Joe fans, I'm JoeFan82 here with another action figure review. Today I'm looking at the G.I. Joe Classified Series Gung-Ho figure from Hasbro. This figure was released last year in 2020 and I'm just now getting to the review now. Here he is in the package, and this is figure number 7, and he's got all of his accessories on display. Really nice artwork there on the front. On the side we see these icons that correspond with characteristics you can see for the figure on the website, and this beautiful artwork we've seen across all the figures except for the Cobra Island exclusive wave, but this same artwork is across the board. And then some more nice art on the side. We've got the helicopter on the top, and really like that artwork on the front of Gung-Ho. And that's him in the package. Let's open him up. This figure is based on the vintage character we saw in action figure form in 1983, and he also had prominent roles in the comic and Sunbow animated series. His head sculpt is amazing. I really like this head sculpt. It looks like he may be a little bit older than the rest of the Joes so far in the classified line, and it comes with a removable hat. And so far I believe Gung-Ho has been depicted as being bald, but this one has a mohawk, brown mohawk, and nicely done. The rest of his head is bald, so if you have the hat on you really couldn't tell. He's got some hair on the top, but really nice face sculpt. I really like it. And this hat is a point of contention for a lot of fans. This figure should come with a Marine issue hat, and this looks to be like a Army issue hat. Not sure what happened there, but that's a pretty big detail to miss. The accessory is nicely done, however. Nice sturdy stiff plastic, and mine has a number 2 on the inside, but it actually does look good on the figure. It's just the wrong branch of the military. The vest looks really nice. Lots of detail in the sculpt. I really love the silver highlights. He's got that same, what we think is a communication device we've seen across all the other figures so far. And those highlights continue on the back, continuing that great attention to detail you can see in the texture of the sculpt. He's got the grenades on one shoulder instead of 2 in the front like on the vintage, and he's got a little piece of armor here across the right shoulder, and it's a silver, shiny silver paint, and it actually looks pretty good. Nice detail there that they added, and that same looks like the same silver is used on his right gauntlet here, which looks nice, held together with some black straps. He's got this black elbow brace here. I'm not sure if there's an official name for that. If you know what it is, let me know in the comments. And here we have another little point of contention with the tattoo. This is not the United States Marine tattoo. I'm not sure what this is, but this is not the Marine tattoo that the other Gung-Ho figures have come with. I believe the reason is Hasbro probably didn't want to pay the government for the license to put it on the figure. That's just my guess. I don't have any official confirmation from Hasbro about that, so that's unfortunate, but that's what it is. The vest does not close. It's just doesn't have enough give to close all the way, and there really is no way to attach it anyway. But it's a semi-stiff plastic, kind of pliable, kind of movable. It looks like he uses the same base body as Roadblock for the upper body and lower body. These legs look like they're the same ones. Nice camo pattern, like light olive green and dark olive green colors. Same black attachment here with some, I guess, flashbangs. And there is no gold on this figure. He's got silver armor here across the shins, which really looks good, and some black boots, and those that armor is attached on the back with some straps, and yeah, lower body looks great. Let's take a look at his articulation. His head is on a ball joint, and he's got some nice range of motion here, up and down. And he also has another joint there on the neck, the base of the neck, so he can do a little bit of a side tilt like he doesn't really know what's going on. And I believe he can do a 360 here. His vest kind of makes it a little tough, but yeah, he can do it. So really nice range of motion for the head. And his shoulder, his left shoulder can do a full 360. His right is impeded by that guard there. He's got a swivel at the top of the bicep. He's got double jointed elbows. And a 360 turn at the wrist, and another joint there at the base of the palm, so he can go back and forth that way. And I believe that's on both hands. Yep, on both hands. He's got that extra joint. And this guy has a chest cut right in the middle there. Not that noticeable with the way the muscles are sculpted on his torso. So he's got some range of motion there, not too much with the vest kind of in the way. And his waist is there on a ball joint as well, so really nice range of motion there. His legs come up about so far pretty high, come straight forward also. And as with these other figures, really stiff knee joints, double jointed knees, and I prefer stiff over too loose. He's got a joint here at the top of the boot, well hidden at the top of the boot. He's got rocker ankles and a joint there at the top of the foot. Here's Gung-Ho all geared up. One of the things I really like about the Classified line is that for a good amount of the figures, all of their accessories can go on the figure. You don't have a lot of accessories lying around. And here he is with everything on, several weapons and a backpack. And they all fit on pretty well. Here's a closer look at his first weapon. I'm not sure the exact name for any of these guns, but they look nice, well sculpted. This looks like a shotgun type of weapon, and yeah, it's in silver plastic and looks great. And he holds it very securely. That's another thing about this figure, is he has got a vice-like grip on those weapons. They are not falling out at all. This is another weapon. If you guys know the exact name for these guns, or if they even exist in the real world, let me know. I have myself admitted I'm not a gun expert, so I admit my deficiencies where I can. So yeah, but great sculpt and really nice detail on these weapons. This is a shorter, smaller gun, and then this one looks maybe like some type of possibly a grenade launcher or something along those lines. But nice sculpt again in that silver plastic. A backpack, which is a dark olive greenish color. Really nice sculpt, nice detail. He's got the peg there that slides into the hole on his back, and these little turrets here for the weapons to snap into. And here it is on his back. Looks great, even without any weapons being stored on it. I think it looks pretty good. And here it is all stored up with weapons. You've got the two on the sides, and then this one here on the bottom is actually pretty loose. If he's standing up on the shelf on display, it'll stay on there just fine, but if you're moving him around a lot, the gun tends to fall off. So just be aware of that. But really, they look great, and they'll stay on pretty well if you have him on display. Here's a size comparison with a couple other figures, Duke and Roadblock. Gung-Ho is a big dude, and he looks like he might be bigger than Roadblock, but really he's not. It's the hat makes him appear a little taller, and the way his vest comes up over the shoulders and over his neck makes him appear maybe a little bit bigger, but really he's about the same size as Roadblock, but still a really big dude. Just for fun, here's a comparison with the 50th anniversary Gung-Ho, released in 2015. That modern version, the 4-inch version, uses colors that represent the Sunbow version and what you might have seen in the comics, and which have a teal and maybe a brighter green. And so it looks like for Classified they went with a little more realistic aesthetic to the figure, and you can really tell the difference here in the tattoo. This one has the marine tattoo, much bigger, and the hat, he's got a marine hat where the Classified version does not. So the real question is, do I like this figure? I understand a lot of fans are held up because of the tattoo and the hat. They have sworn off this figure, and some people have sworn off the entire line just because of those details. I still like the figure. I'm willing to look past those couple issues with the possibility they could remedy that in the future. But overall, a really solid addition to the Classified line. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, why not hit that like button, or maybe even subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.